Hi guys, I'd like to welcome you to my first video. I'm going to be doing primarily a lot of videos on gas blowback pistols, gas blowback rifles, gas blowback SMGs, pretty much anything gas blowback. Okay, this first video we're going to do about some basic maintenance, proper care. You see some of the items we got before us here. Go over these real quick. Form a gasket works great when you just can't buy the gasket you need. Teflon tape, I recommend you put this on almost all your fill valves. You know, it helps give that extra seal. This right here is actually AEG cylinder grease. I actually put this on my O-rings typically. I like it better. Green gas. Everybody needs to use green gas, not propane. We'll get into that a little bit later. I'll explain. And I don't use silicone. I use Rem oil. The stuff works amazing. I use the Teflon because it usually dries pretty nice. You don't get a lot of gunk, and it leaves a very nice slippery surface. Another great tool is your valve tool. This right here, this end being for your fill valve, this end being for your output valve, and this end we'll go over later when we get into our gas blowback rifles, because this is for your output valves for your blowback rifles. Okay, now we got two basics, typical pistols here. We got your Kappa 1911. This actually being the baby Kappa, but all your internals between the 1911 and the Kappa are mostly the same. This right here being a KJW G23, the G&M series pistol, Tokyo Marui compatible, same as this. It's the most typical gas system used, is usually copied off Tokyo Marui. It's just like with their AGs, everything's copied off of them pretty much. They are the best. I don't care what anybody says. They've done it first, they've done it the longest, and it's probably how it'll always be. Okay, now mostly disassembling your guns, just about the same. You want to remove your mags. You're going to do nothing with a mag in there. With your 1911, you know, I always rack back because I like having my hammers in the firing position. That's me. You're going to push your piece back right there, and that will pop your slide catch out. Voila. Slide. Lower frame assembly. Mag. Don't need that. And slide catch. Okay. Now with the G series, you have to rack back your slide. Internal hammer will stop you from bringing your slide off. Okay, you'll see these right here. They're on both sides. Pull them both down simultaneously and just right off the front. Bada bing, bada boom. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, so we got our slide, our lower, our mag. Okay. Most airsoft, most pistols, as you can tell, they're different guns, but they've got a lot of similarities inside. A lot of similarities. These both have wheels for your hop up. You know, both of your nozzles look very similar. A lot of issues right here. You want to make sure when you get these apart, you've got these areas right here clean. You want to make sure you've got all this gunk out of here, and out of here. I'm going to keep these nice and clean. Very, very simple. I mean, literally all you got to do is any kind of cleaner. You can take any kind of cleaner to it, gun cleaner, anything. I just recommend, you know, don't use too much, because less is more when it comes to cleaning one of these. But this is just for basic lubrication and cleaning. This is where you can start. I mean, you just keep your gunk out of these areas, and you'll be a happier camper. Trust me. Okay, now we're going to do the lower frame separate, because they're different. Okay, this right here is what I myself call an enclosed striking system. All you can see here is your hammer. This right here being your disconnector. This right here, strike pin reset. That's all you can see. The rest of the internal workings, be it your spring, your safety, you know, your actual safety mechanism and everything, is internal. You can't see it, and that's where you can get a lot of issues. You try to keep it clean around here. Keep it clean. If you start noticing you got some gunk, you'll have to refer to one of my videos in the future about the full disassembly of the 1911 Kappa style. But proper maintenance and cleaning can help you avoid that. You want to make sure you got all your rails clean, lubricated. Well, pretty simple. Okay, now the G series, a little bit easier to tell when something goes awry. As you can tell, this is an open system. You can see all your inner workings in there. Pull your trigger, you can even look in there, and you'll actually see your sear and everything, so you can tell if something's going awry. And the other beauty is, these are actually quite easy to take apart with just the removal of that screw and that pin. This whole assembly will actually come right out, and you can see more what's going on. But like I said, that's more for the future of videos. I don't want you guys tearing into your guns right away if you don't know exactly what you're doing. We're just going to keep it basic right now. Okay, you can tell the mags are different. I mean, a lot of mags between the gun styles are not interchangeable. I mean, most of you probably know that. Alright. Okay, so one of the last things I'm going to just touch upon real quick is magazine. This is where your most common issues usually lie with your guns. A lot of people, you'll get outgassing, which is, your gas is all expelled out your barrel after one shot, or you get your leaky mag, you get your slow hiss out the bottom. Some people automatically always go for your fill valve, but it's not always that fill valve. The big thing is almost every mag is a two-piece. They've got a bottom base plate, and there's a gasket in there, and the gasket leaks. Now, that gasket can be extremely hard to come by. The only ones I can ever find for sale are KWA ones, and you usually have to get them through KWA, and that's if they have been stocked, because KWA doesn't like to keep things in stock on their pro shop. That's just how they are. Maybe if enough of us complain, they'll do something about it. But, que sera, sera. Okay, so, like I said, your gun's outgassing, the first thing you should check is your mag. And I'm going to show you why. This right here is an output valve. And this is an output valve that somebody had, in the only mag they had for their gun, thought that their gun was broken, and literally almost sold it for probably about 20 bucks on the field. But all their issue was this. You ready for this? Watch. When it got hit, yeah, see how slowly that moved? With the pressure of the gas, that actually would get stuck probably right about there. And once the gas was out and there was no more pressure, it's amazing. You would think with the inward pressure pushing on this, but no, it actually holds them open. It's like escaping. I don't understand it, but I'll tell you, when I had this in a mag and charge it and I'd push that, it would stick until it was empty, and then it would retract back in. It's very unusual. But that's a very common issue right there, is you get your sticky output valve. Now, you got a few options. You can clean it. You can pull your O-rings off of this. And you can soak them in gasoline or PB Blaster or something like that, and that will usually loosen them up, because they should function like this. I mean, it's just like a little button. Let's see if I can get that at an angle where you can really see that here. See that? In and out, in and out. There's no delay there. That's how that should be. Nice and springy. So that's a big problem area right there with your outgassing, is these stick. And you know what that's from? Dirt, propane, and silicone. They get sticky. You get that crap in there, and you get dirt, and it sticks. It holds it. How else is that going to happen? Do you think somebody put bubble gum in your output valve? I don't think so. Okay. And this right here is your basic fill valve. This is actually looks like a WE fill valve. You can tell WEs because usually they have a lot larger circumference. Actually, no, I take that back. This is a good question. This is actually a KJW valve. I'm sorry, I feel bad. This is a KJW valve. This is bigger. These are more rugged. And the only disadvantage of a KJW valve is they cannot be used in most WEs because their valve heads are a little smaller. And it ain't going to seat right. I've used them, but it usually involved JB Weld and a last resort on a mag that I really wanted to use, and I couldn't afford another one. But you'll notice on this that O-ring is not seated. Let me see if I can focus this out right here. There we go. You can see that this O-ring is not sitting flush with the head. You do not want to use that O-ring right now. Your best bet with that would be to take it off, get it moist with either you can use the cylinder grease, or with these O-rings you can use the silicone, and you usually won't have too many problems. But you definitely don't want to use a dry O-ring like that because it's just going to fail on you soon anyways. Let me focus this back in here to reality. Alright, there we go. Now, like I said, these tools right here are amazing. As you can tell, they fit perfect into there. Nice bite. You don't have to worry about trying to get a flathead in there. This is perfect. Same thing with these output valves. That was the other end I was telling you about that we're going to use. Look at that. It's like they're meant to be. And that's how you're going to get them out of there. Because I tell you what, it sucks trying to get these out, some of these out with a flathead screwdriver because they're so thin, and a lot of thin blade flatheads are not that wide. Another very important thing with your fill valve is not to over tighten it. We all probably know that, you know, KWA, TM, and even your KJW, they're pretty rugged, but WE is not. They are not strong at all. I'm going to show you. Most of you've probably seen one of these before, but this is what happens when you just give it a little too much. It'll snap off just like that. Now, luckily, as long as your threads are clean and you don't have too much crap in there, and you didn't decide to use form a gasket like I have before and broken them, you can usually just get a pair of pliers right on the end of your fill nipple there, and it'll twist right out. That's not always the case. Sometimes you just junked your mag, or you gotta tap it and get it out of there, drill it out of there. I've seen it before. Okay, couple points I wanted to touch upon though. Like I said, propane isn't a good idea. It stinks for one. I mean, nobody wants to smell that. I mean, you get a mag go off, whatever, and it stinks. I mean, it's putrid. People over oil. I mean, if you're going to use propane, do not put silicone in your adapter. Now, I know a lot of people are probably going, oh, this guy's an idiot. What's he talking about? He's going to break my gun. No. What happens when you add those couple drops of oil in your adapter is you're going to go and we're just going to play that this is propane. You're going to go to charge it, and all that oil is sitting right here in your tip. First charge. Guess what? You just charged your mag filled with all of that lubricant. All of it, yeah. So if you put 2, 3, 4 drops in there, you just put 2, 3, 4 drops in one mag. One mag. There's no more lube. Probably going to be expected. It's a high pressure gas. It pushed it all through. Now what you're going to do is you're going to gunk up your hop up, gunk up your BBs, gunk up your gun with all this excess lube. Not only are you damaging your gun, but when you go to shoot at somebody, your BBs are dropping. Doesn't matter how much hop and backspin is on that BB. They're just going to drop off, and it's going to be terribly inaccurate. And what good you think you're doing bad. So if you're going to use propane, don't even bother with the lubrication. Just take care of your gun. Clean it regularly. Lube it regularly. It's like a real firearm. Bullets don't lubricate the gun. The owner does. Okay. But I'm pretty anal retentive about that. And honestly, what's easier to carry around? A couple cans of green gas. Big ass blue thing of propane. One final thing. Right here. We all know mags are expensive for most guns. Some guns are not too bad. WEs are actually relatively cheap. But when you get into your KWAs, your specialty TMs like your 5.7s and such, your mags start getting expensive. And M9s, and a lot of pistols these days, I say M9s because I've lost M9 mags because of this. You put these in a basic soft holster, you push your mag release. Because look at that, nice rounded edge. You push that in and what happens? You just push that into your holster and you just lost your mag down the path somewhere. Mag guards, I recommend these. They're worth their weight in gold. I mean, you buy it, you slip it on, they go on oh so easily, and Velcro at the bottom to hold that mag in. You can push that button. You see, it does come out a little bit, but you didn't lose your mag. The sad thing is, more places need to carry these. I bought mine at e-Vike. You can get them on Amazon, but they're double the price, and it's not right. It's just basic. Great little piece to have there. Keeps your mags in. It increases your mag change time, but honestly, you want to spend another 40-50 bucks on another mag, or do you want to spend an extra 3 seconds saving yourself a little bit of money? Okay, well that was my first video. I really hope you guys found it informative. Like I said, I do plan on doing some more videos in the future about more specific. I'm going to be doing my next video, which is going to be for gas blowback rifles. We're probably going to take a look at both a GMP WOC Magpul and a KWA LM4. You'll probably see these two guns a lot because there's been a lot of debate in the Airsoft community about which is better, KWA, GMP. I frankly don't care when it comes to AGs because that's where the big stink is, but I can tell you I'll be able to give you some good information on the two, and I'll be giving you plenty of pros and cons. So I hope that you guys subscribe to my channel and look forward to more videos, because I look forward to offering you guys more videos. Thank you very much.